Basketball play. Refs got it right. Move on. Angel Reese says, hey, we can't move on yet until obviously we do our job and completely deliberate and deliberate and deliberate your reaction and everybody else's reaction on national television. It's been the most polarizing conversation in all of sports over the last 24 hours rather. Angel Reese, many would suggest that she overreacted.
The basketball universe is still reeling from last night's electrifying showdown between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. A clash that roared with intensity, burned with rivalry, and ended with a history-making triple-double that didn't just steal the spotlight, it owned it. What began as a routine foul erupted into chaos. Angel Reese stormed at Caitlin Clark, unleashing a barrage of expletives as teammates rushed to hold her back. While Reese unraveled, Clark stayed icy. She didn't just play, she performed, racking up a ruthless 20-point, 10-assist, 10-rebound triple-double in a 93-58 demolition of the Chicago Sky. But this wasn't just a win. It was a declaration. The torch isn't being passed, it's being taken. And Caitlin Clark is gripping it with both hands. A roaring crowd of 17,274 filled the arena, hungry to witness the Fever's rising dominance. But no one expected the drama that followed. Angel Reese, seething after a hard foul, yanked her jersey in fury and unleashed a storm of insults at Caitlin Clark. But the Iowa icon didn't flinch. She didn't need words. Her response came in buckets, calm, clinical, and cold as ice.
It's really good. I mean, there was moments like you are comparing her game to Steph Curry because she's taking one dribble and taking the shot 30 feet out. And it's wild how teams will just have to stay on her like glue, deny the shit out of her, and she'll still find a way to get open. And when she gets that little bit of space and feels confident.
Social media went nuclear. Timelines flooded, debates ignited. Was Reese's explosion a justified flash of passion, or just fuel for another Caitlin Clark highlight reel? One thing's undeniable. This rivalry runs deeper than basketball. It's about legacy, ego, envy, and who's ready to back up the noise when the lights burn brightest. Don't blink, don't scroll. Hit that like button, share this madness, and subscribe for the rawest WNBA coverage out there. Now buckle up. It's time to dive headfirst into the storm. Caitlin Clark's hard foul on Angel Reese wasn't just a defensive move. It was the spark that ignited a powder keg. As Reese spun toward a fast break layup, Clark locked her up midair, sending her crashing to the hardwood. The refs hit it with a flagrant one, but the debate was instant. Was it a cold, calculated strategy or something more sinister? Analysts called it textbook. Fans called it war.
Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark. Afterwards has something to say as Clark walks away.
Reese saw red and snapped. She sprang off the floor like a lit fuse, charging straight at Clark as teammates rushed to contain the fury. The crowd erupted, caught in the chaos as her voice tore through the noise. You're F-ing crazy. The arena didn't just hear it, it felt it. Reese's rage stole the spotlight, and the showdown had officially gone nuclear.
That's not a bad foul.
But
look at the bench.
A lot of people didn't see like the play before that.
I'm gonna keep it gangster with her. She flopped.
Yeah.
The replay made it clear. Clark was going for the ball. But Reese's eruption hinted at something far deeper. Was this really about a single foul, or the culmination of months of simmering tension? In the post-game spotlight, Reese brushed it off. Just basketball, she said. But her on-court explosion told a louder truth. Frustration, envy, and a rivalry reaching its boiling point. The fire's been building. Last night, it finally blew.
They're investigating alleged comments, hateful comments from fans towards Sky players. We talked about this in the past. Now it should be an inclusive environment. You want to speak on that?
Yeah, there's no place for that in our game. There's no place for that in society. And, certainly we want every person that comes into our arena, whether player, whether fan, to have a great experience. So I appreciate the league doing that. I appreciate, the Fever organization has been at the forefront of that since, really day.
Meanwhile, Clark brushed it off with a smirk, calling it a smart foul to stop an easy bucket. Cool, calculated, unbothered. The contrast was striking. One player consumed by emotion, the other laser-focused on domination. The WNBA may want a rivalry, but last night proved it's anything but balanced. Reese's meltdown grabbed the headlines, but Clark's answer, a cold-blooded, history-making triple-double, was the final word. Not just punctuation, an exclamation point.
Always increased eyeballs, energy, and attention around the matchups between Reese and Clark.
Angel Reese's jersey-ripping tirade wasn't just a heat-of-the-moment flare-up. It was a meltdown broadcast live to millions as Clark calmly walked away. Reese's screams kept tearing through the chaos, forcing several teammates to wrestle her back. The crowd was instantly divided, the tension slicing the arena in two.
First half reactions, all that and more coming up on the WNBA halftime present.
Marsh wants more of that from her, catching around that 15-foot area. Clark, cut it!
Passion or pure pettiness. Critics saw nothing but jealousy simmering beneath Reese's outburst, while supporters claimed her fire is exactly what the league needs. But here's the truth no one can deny. Reese gave Clark free rent in her head, and it blew up right in her face. Even with Reese's 12 points and 17 rebounds, the night slipped through her fingers. Shooting just 35% from the field, missing easy layups, and getting blocked by Clark herself. A clip that instantly went viral. Nothing saved her from a rough night. Meanwhile, Clark's triple-double wasn't just stats. It was pure domination. Logo threes, no-look dimes, and lockdown defense that left no doubt. Reese's theatrics only spotlighted the widening gap between them. Social media wasted no time, roasting Reese with clips of her meltdown tagged. When the hype meets reality.
Here's Reese. Reese will fire the three and hit from downtown. Angel Reese expanding the game.
The real question now, can Reese turn this storm of emotion into fuel for growth, or is she destined to be the WNBA's villain? Meanwhile, Clark keeps climbing, unshaken, unstoppable, and hungry for more.
Really well against the bigger Cardoso.
Reese spinning, couldn't pop it in, the O board, no. Another chance stripped.
While Reese was losing her cool, Caitlin Clark was busy etching her name into history. The rookie phenom became the first player ever to drop a triple-double in a WNBA season opener. A jaw-dropping 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists, all under the bright glare of national TV.
Always increased eyeballs, energy, and attention around the matchups between Reese and Clark and Angel Reese.
But the stats only scratched the surface. Clark's game was a masterclass in basketball IQ, threading no-look passes through tight traffic, sinking logo threes that left defenders frozen, and even swatting Reese's shot out of bounds with authority. This wasn't just a performance, it was a statement.
Closes in on a triple-double, 2 assists, 1 rebound away. Clark leading Mitchell for the...
This wasn't just a game, it was a coronation. Every time Reese tried to rile her, Clark answered with another jaw-dropping play. When Reese screamed after the foul, Clark calmly sank a 30-footer. When Reese ripped her jersey off to showboat, Clark dropped a perfect dime for an and one. The message was crystal clear. While Reese was lost in theatrics, Clark was building her legacy.
Okay, political rant incoming. If you don't like my political rants, fast forward, skip, do whatever. But I got to weigh in on this. What's in the news right now? Jake Tapper's book came out from CNN, how the Democrats covered up Chuck Schumer, Jeffries, Pelosi, how they covered up.
The basketball world couldn't look away. LeBron James tweeted, "That girl is different." Meanwhile, sportsbooks were swamped with bets on Clark for MVP. One lucky bettor turned $25,000 into a staggering $350,000 by backing her historic triple-double. As analyst Richard Jefferson said, "We're witnessing the birth of the next face of women's basketball." And Clark, she's making a show of humiliating every single doubter.
By her, by the Chicago Sky, everybody involved. I have a problem with it being called a flagrant foul. It's a take foul. It's an
Within minutes of Reese's meltdown, the internet went wild. The clip of her screaming, "You're effing crazy," racked up 5 million views in just 2 hours. Memes flooded timelines, pitting Reese's fiery rage against Clark's icy, stone-faced dominance. Fans turned Reese into a cartoon bull seeing red, while captions nailed the vibe. When you talk trash all game but she still drops 20 to 10 on you. The digital world was officially hooked.
Angel Reese, Chicago Sky rookie Angel Reese of the WNBA. The Sky forward entered Sunday's game averaging 13.6 points and the WNBA best 12.6 rebounds per game. Well, last night, she snatched 22 rebounds. Reese is the only player in WNBA history with 3 consecutive 20-rebound games. I've talked about Caitlin Clark. I love the sizzle. I love the ball handler. I love the passing ability. I love the shot-making ability. But let's give credit where credit is due. Angel Reese is showing she's no joke either. I think she could win Rookie of the Year.
Takes flew in from every corner. Stephen A. Smith called Reese out on first take, saying she looked like a damn fool, while Shannon Sharp pushed back, defending her passion against harsh criticism. WNBA legend Sue Bird weighed in, acknowledging Reese crossed a line but insisting the league needs that kind of fire. Still, the most damning evidence came from the numbers, side-by-side stats painting a brutal picture. Clark's slick 50/40/90 efficiency next to Reese's brickfest, shooting just 4 for 15.
More of that from her, catching around that 15-foot area. Clark
connects! The first logo bomb of the season from Caitlin Clark.
Is it true your ex-wife have access to your bank account?
Yeah. I told you, I trust her implicitly.
I beg your pardon?
Implicitly, I trust her. If she wanted to take it, she could. There's very few people that you meet where you can trust implicitly. And to be honest, she was there when we were living at the in-laws' house. She was there when we couldn't afford a hamburger. She was there through the grind. She, to me, just like we kind of separated when we started making it. So she doesn't get to enjoy any of that. To me, that's not right.